What's up, creators? Yeah, it's been a while, but I'm here to bring you a new video today. I first wanted to show off this new dip pen set that I got off of Amazon. It's called the Deleter Dip Pen Set, and it does come with three different types of dip pens. There's the Maru pen, the G pen, and the Saji pen. The one that I used the most in this video though was the Maru pen. No, excuse me, the G pen, because that one is generally used a lot more in manga work, so I wanted to be like the cool manga artists. I also saw a couple people on YouTube use it also, and I just saw how much line variation you can get out of it, so I thought, oh wow, I need to get my hands on that. Also, something that really cool that happened while I was away, I actually got the iPad for Christmas, and I downloaded Procreate, and as you can see right here, I'm actually sketching out or outlining this picture of a sketch that I took from my sketchbook, and the basic concept is that I wanted to make a character based on the Inky cat mushroom, since I thought, well, this is mainly going to be an ink piece, so I thought it'd be kind of funny to mix a human with a Inky cap mushroom character kind of thing. I don't know. So this basic process is something that I learned off of YouTube again, where I've seen some people take a picture of a sketch and then they'll outline it in Procreate or Photoshop or whatever kind of software you use, and then they print out the picture and use a light box to trace the original sketch, and that's exactly what I did. And as you can see here, I am now using the actual pen to outline the pencil line. One thing that I noticed immediately as I was using the pen was that it actually holds on to the ink for quite a long time. I only remember barely dipping my pen back into the ink. I think I only maybe dipped it like 5 times or so. I actually don't remember how many times it was. But that's probably the best thing that I can say about this pen, is that it holds on to the ink for quite a long time so that you can actually get the work done a lot quicker than usual. And yes, you can also get a lot of really good line variation. I will say though, and I think this is on my part though, I should have been a little bit more brave as far as like doing quicker motions with the pen, because for most of the time I was actually going really slow because I didn't trust myself to make any good lines at all, so I was just doing my best to try to prevent any mistakes. Although there are a few times where I actually make a few really good clean lines while going fast, but most of the time I was actually very hesitant because I was nervous using this pen for the first time. But other than that, it didn't really give me any trouble at all. With the line work finally done, I can finally move on to the painting. If I had to say a couple criticisms about this piece, it's that I think some of the proportions as far as like anatomically goes, it's a little off. Like I think her head is a little too big, and also I think the placement of the head as opposed to like where the shoulders are is a little off. Plus, I think her arms are a little too long also. I tried to shorten them up a couple of times in the drawing process, but I still think they're a little too long. But other than that, I actually really like how most of the shading for the painting on how it turned out. I think it turned out really good. I especially love this effect right here, where I laid water on the cap, and the ink just gradually like builds up. Although right here I did kind of mess up a little bit with adding too much of the tissue to dry up some of the ink, but thankfully the paper was still wet, so I was able to give that cool gradient effect. Also right here, I used a dry brush technique to add texture to the cap, so that it could have a little bit more three-dimensionality. And honestly, I think it's my favorite part of the entire piece. And after adding some highlights with a jelly pen, I can finally consider this one finished. It feels so good to finally be back. I just wanted to do a simple video for coming back, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. I want to thank anyone who stuck it to the end and watched the entire thing. You're very awesome for doing so. And if you like what you saw, you can click like and subscribe for more video content like this. And until next time, stay creative. Bye.